my speech in the emergency room. Doctors coming in and out, nurses drawing blood, and the beep of a heart rate monitor. The smell of those sticky hospital socks and the itchy blankets. Writing a speech in the ER is not as easy as it seems. Distractions everywhere. And while a trip to the emergency room might be a rare occurrence for most, for me, that's not the case. My mother has metastatic breast cancer. This means every time she gets a fever over 101.5, she has to go to the ER. Her side effects of her treatments can cause pulmonary embolism, so every time she has a pain out of the norm, she must go to the ER just to get everything checked. And despite my irrational fear of needles, I cannot hear the word vein without cringing. I stick by my mother's side by going to all of her appointments, staying up until 5 a.m. to make sure she gets home from the hospital all right, and giving hugs when needed. My name is Jenna Dolezan, and I am a co-survivor. My purpose of telling you my story today is to give insight to the lives of co-survivors and to give you some knowledge on the effects of metastatic breast cancer. So a co-survivor is someone who stands by and goes through the journey with the patient. This could be a parent, a spouse, a sister, or a daughter. It could even be a health provider or an oncologist. Someone who goes to appointments, holds hands when giving shots, and is a shoulder to cry on. And although our fights do not compare to those of our loved ones, they are still fights. Watching someone you care about go through the treatments and pain of breast cancer can be as painful as going through it yourself. I am a co-survivor, and I have been since I was 6 years old. When I was in the first grade, my mother had her first cancer diagnosis. At this time, my brother was also diagnosed with leukemia. My brother and my mother went through chemotherapy together. My brother receiving treatment in Chicago, and my mom in South Bend, Indiana. You can imagine how many miles we put on our vehicle. At this time, both of my grandmothers also had cancer. This caused me to have to grow up fast. I had to mature and be able to take care of myself when my parents were away and focusing on other things. Cancer has influenced me, and might be a weird thing to say, but cancer has influenced me in a great way. There's no way I would be as confident, as mature, or as strong if cancer was not in my life. I mean, what other 19-year-old girl is a keynote speaker at a Susan G. Komen event? When I think back to those days of my mother's first diagnosis, I remember only the good memories. Now that I look back on those days, I realize I didn't have much grasp of what was really going on. I remember receiving my Dream American Girl doll for Christmas from a collection they put up at my elementary school. I remember flying to New York City and being on the Nancy Grace show, and the producers took me to dinner and pretended it was my birthday, so I got this candle, and it was crazy. I remember my grandmother picking me up every day from school. I don't remember the treatments, I don't remember the trips to the hospital, and I don't remember the fear. I knew my mom and Ryan were sick, and I had to be a big girl. I wish I had the same innocence now as I did then. Senior year of high school is supposed to be an exciting time. You should be planning for the future, focusing on graduating and working on going to a university. You could say my senior year went a little differently. In December of my senior year, my basketball team was playing our rival school in biggest game of the season. We had just won the game. We were playing We Are the Champions in the car ride home. It was a highlight of my senior year. But little did I know that when I got home from that game, I would be told that my mother had metastatic breast cancer. I didn't know what metastatic breast cancer was. In fact, most people don't. Stage 4 metastatic breast cancer is the only breast cancer that can kill. There is no cure. There will not be a day when my mother hears the words cancer-free, like her doctor told her 12 years ago when she went into remission from her first diagnosis. 1/3 of women who are diagnosed with early stage breast cancer will develop stage 4. My mother happened to be one of those unlucky ones. I don't share my emotions much. If you were to ask one of my friends how I was doing, they'd probably tell you I'm doing great. I think one of the hardest things to do when you're a co-survivor is really come to terms with how you're feeling. Because I have to go to work. I work 2 jobs. I have to go to school. I have to live my day-to-day life without thinking about what my mother is going through and what we're going to face in the future. I have to keep a smile on my face and make sure I don't bring my problems onto other people. I think at this point I have pushed my feelings down so far that I have numbed out the sadness, at least on a normal day. There is no time for me to sit down and figure out how I'm feeling, and if there is, it's not good. The past few weeks have been really rough for me and my family. My mom had to move on to the next stage of treatments because we discovered the cancer has progressed. When we found out the news, I couldn't get in my car without crying. I couldn't get out of bed without crying. It felt like something was weighing on my chest and keeping me locked into my bed. I felt like the world was against me. I canceled all my plans, I called off work. I felt like there was no reason for this to be happening to me. That was one of the weakest moments I've had in a very long time. It was one of the very few moments that I knew exactly how I was feeling, and I knew how I should react. Despite the struggles, I remain a full-time college student. I decided to stay home and go to a community college so I could be there for my mother through the beginning of her treatments. I'm absolutely blessed to have an amazing community college 5 minutes away from my house. But now that I'm approaching the end of time at my Michigan college, I'm reliving the decisions I had to make my senior year. Before diagnosis, I was offered a full ride to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. After discussion and a little bit of arguing, we just settled on me attending community college for 2 years to save money and to support my family. Now I'll be graduating from LMC in May with my associate's degree in business administration. The question of where I will transfer to has been difficult to say the least. The medical bills have mounted up and my decisions are now all based on finances. Every decision we make is based on metastatic breast cancer and the future of my mother's disease. With all that being said, I would like to add that although metastatic breast cancer is a terminal illness, it is not a death sentence. Many people live years after diagnosis. According to a 2017 article in the journal Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention, 34% of women diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer have been living with the disease for 5 years or longer. People live fulfilling lives, and frankly don't let anything hold them back. It is scary for both the patients and the co-survivors, but that doesn't stop anyone from living an exciting life. According to a survey put on by Pfizer Oncology, out of the 2,000 people they surveyed, 72% of people believe metastatic breast cancer is curable as long as it is detected early. Even more disheartening, 50% of people believe that metastatic breast cancer is caused by not taking the right treatment or the right preventative measures. Although many of you probably know a lot of information about metastatic breast cancer, I want to give you a couple facts to those that don't. Approximately 6 to 10% of new cases of breast cancer are diagnosed as stage 4 initially, meaning they didn't catch it at an earlier stage. Around 20 to 30% of all breast cancer cases are stage 4. And nationally, only 7% of total research dollars go to metastatic disease. Komen's percentage is much higher than the national average. Currently, Komen supports over 480 research grants and more than 50 clinical trials totaling over $194 million for research focused on why metastasis occurs, how to detect it, and how to treat it efficiently. An estimated 154,000 women and men are living with metastatic breast cancer in the U.S. today, and more than 40,000 people die every year from the disease. Daily, that equals out to about 114. I'd like to take a little bit of time and tell you about the warrior in my life, my mom, Jenna Dolezan. My mom is my rock, my anchor. Sometimes I feel a little bad for everyone else in the world that doesn't have her as a mother. Like, do your guys' mothers even compare? Whenever I need someone to talk to, she's the first person I message. She is my best friend in the entire world. Nothing hurts me more than to see her hurting. It hurts me to see her in so much pain. If there was something I could do to switch places, I would in a heartbeat. I pray every day that she gets to watch me walk down the aisle. I pray that she gets to watch my brother grow old. And I pray she joins my father and become cranky old people who should forgive me. So some of you might be thinking, what can I do? Well, first, I would suggest being careful of where you donate your money. Make sure your money is giving back is going to research. Komen has been doing an amazing job of increasing the amount of money that they put towards research and Metastatic, and for that I thank Komen. Second, be an advocate. Make sure people understand breast cancer is more than the color pink. It is more than save the tatas. It is about saving lives and making sure we can find a cure. And last but not least, become a co-survivor. For your friends, your family, whoever might be going through not only metastatic breast cancer, but any kind of cancer, any kind of terminal illness. Here are some things you can do to become a better support system. Learn breast cancer terms, educate yourself. Be able to be an open book and express your feelings as well as listen to theirs without judgment. And simply ask what you can do. If someone needs help, they can tell you. If I could leave you with one final thing, it would be this. Call your mom. Text your aunt you only see once on Christmas. Make sure you are able to tell the people you love how much you value them.